Welcome back to this next episode of our Gnoll Hunter of Ashzensari. It's a whole new day for me, so we're just going to get back in tune with our character here. So just to summarize, we've got some great armor. We are Ashzensari. We have some play with some items that we have. Particularly, I was looking at this hat of willpower versus our current hat, which is Aralek, our cold, and silence. So the silence is more of a negative on the balance. So if we were to swap to this willpower hat, we would gain willpower but lose Aralek and RC. However, our newest ring has RC or Aralek in it. So that combination would reduce our cold by one but increase our will by another. And you could argue that, well, then on need by need basis, you could swap out our loose ring of willpower for our protection of cold to kind of regain where we were. And I was thinking about it, but then at the end of the day, I was thinking, you know what? Because we're Ashzensari, that would require so much like juggling, and we're kind of want to just settle in now. And so, unless something dramatic appears armor wise, I'm probably gonna try to stick with where we're at with Ashzensari. Um, so that was something I was thinking, and just checking here. There was a +2 broad axe. Our fire cloak. Oh yeah, that was the cloak that we looked at. So two broad axe. Yeah, that's not as good. Okay, in terms of spells as well, just catching up here. We're almost getting revivification up and ready, which is kind of cool. It's like an emergency button. Um, but I think we last decided that we weren't really happy with diamond saw blades, and so I think I'm gonna take out diamond saw blades with my amnesia here. Plenty of amnesias, and get those spell points back. And then I'm going to learn a bigger spell on the other side. And I was debating between like Summon Forest, like we did with our Chaos Knight Spriggan, or we could do something like Sphinx Sisters just to play with that. Um, it's like if I'm going to be summoning something to help me kill things, well, I'd rather have something like a summoning spell than just like Diamond Saw Blades, which is like stuck in position and awkward and all that. So I'm going to try out this one. Um, and it's on F, so that's already kind of a reasonable position to try it out. I actually haven't really used it that much, but I just know it summons sphinxes, which I've seen before. Um, yeah, I'm still happy with this weapon. I have all the enchant weapons I would want, but it barely improves it, and I lose out like some interesting upgrades, and Ashzensari once again. That's all locked in. Anyway, so where are we at here? So we are trying to clear out our last two levels of depths, which I will use my uh, revelation scrolls this time. I keep forgetting. Um, and then we'll probably do a third rune. I haven't decided. I thought I would decide, but I didn't. Which one? I think I'll default to Abyss, but Vaults 5 could be interesting. I don't know. I don't have that many AoE abilities. Um, like true AoEs, like Discord or something like that, that like just like hits everything on the screen easy peasy. Um, I suppose Manifold Assault could have been an option. Um, so maybe I retroactively think about Manifold Assault if I go with Vaults 5. But until then, let's just go down to depths. There is a bazaar on this floor. I'm going to read the Rev scroll, and then I'm going to explore the map and see if like there's a really... So there's our bazaar. So this is going to be a big open area. Um, and then these could be stores down here. Um, but I do think I want to try to make it over there, although I have almost no gold. But so I'm not going to force it, but let's summon my Sphinx and see what happens. Cool. Cloak of Willpower, actually, not too bad. My current cloak, I think, is just a resistance, right? Yeah. I'll pick up the Willpower cloak just to see, or just to hold, and then um, go from there. So let's remember my spells here. I got Freezing Cloud, I got a bunch of summoning stuff and Forgecraft stuff. And I've got Bombard if I need to like nuke an individual. But I won't be spamming that. It's so let's just kind of summon some stuff. Got some Airstrike as well. And what was that other one? Yeah, and I can beckon as well. Ooh, a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna pull back a little bit here. I can Airstrike a few of these guys. Try to go for the Hornet. I'm a little low mana, so I'm gonna pull back. There's no rush. Don't have to kill everything in one fell swoop. And I gotta remember I am a evocations holder, so I can do a lot of that as well. I can also throw, and yeah. So I think what's my best bet here? The problem is my cannon's in the way. So now it's not. I can do some stuff now. Probably. Ooh, there's two. Okay, I'm just gonna swing, I suppose. Maybe I'll Box of Beasts. I might as well use it. And just see what damages I can do here. Okay. I've said this before, but in other games, but it's always interesting starting a new session, a play session. You never want to get too overconfident and accidentally kill yourself just because you're not used to the character. So I'm gonna try to be careful. So like this kind of stuff. This is a little awkward. What would be my best bet? Can I charm any of these guys? No, I can't charm that. I can charm its dude though. I could also do some of that. I could do some netting. I could do what's my mana at? 2. I could also drink a mana potion and do stuff. What else could I do? I could probably lightning. Or I could just kill them. You know, I'm super afraid of like first time playing this character in a bit. You forget how powerful you are in a good sense or a bad sense. I'll note these. I think I've seen these in the past already in the game, so don't think there's anything crazy about that. Just gonna go in. I don't know. Just get it over with. So like I have no gold. This would have been cool to get like Apportation. There's Discord. Dragon's Call, a lot of great spells here. Dodging, of course, would be great. I might just end up buying Apportation, but let me just see what the other stores are. Ring, RN, not too bad of a ring. I wouldn't like buy that in this scenario, but cool ring. Armors are meh. So what's this? Not a good ring in my opinion. Yeah, nothing there really. And then a bunch of armor. So honestly, we didn't super lose out. Obviously, it would have been great to like buy Manual of Dodging or something. But now I have Apportation, which will be valuable for edge cases of trying to pull stuff. And yeah, cool. Well, we experienced our bazaar. We didn't miss it. Okay, and we carry on. I'm going to pull back a little here, get to some stairs, maybe choke them out a little here. Let's get that Mana Viper out. Let's get those, well, there's already Sphinx Sisters out. So what else could I do? I guess the Cannonades. And let's, maybe I can airstrike the Hornet a little. Let's pull back a little, get some Sphinxes to help out here, and that should be good. We got some guys from behind, which is fine. All right. Yeah, the Sphinxes are all right. I think one of them does like confusion stuff and Vex. Yeah, what's Vex? Yeah, so just it's like a super confusion, and then the other one is just kind of, oh, he does some stuff too. That's cool. So yeah, they're kind of super like hep hexers. That's pretty cool. I'll probably start regularly casting that, to be honest. I'll keep it where it is though. All right. What's going on here? There you go. Okay, I'm gonna pull back. I don't love encountering the books in awkward places, so whoops. Okay, let's summon some guys here. A sphere. Oh, what do we have nearby? Over here, maybe? That must have been the guy who got teleported. All right. Okay. It's kind of crazy. I can still stealth up to some of these guys. I'm gonna kill the ones from behind here. Summon a few guys. Get set up. They killed their brother. Another Cloak of Will. Cool. Is that a blink? No, that's a teleport. Okay. Very cool. Ashzensari, Fortitude and Sorcery. So that is shields and conjurations. If it was shield, like that shield one, and then something else, maybe I would have gone for that. Nothing here. Refridge. I wonder if refridge is usable. It actually is. Because this could be a really nice AoE spell. Oops. That's interesting. I'll have to think about that. But until then. Okay. Okay, floor is done. Starting to get back into the hang of things with this character, though it might take a little bit more time. Taking it slow. And, yeah. So, let's get down to depths 4, our last floor of depths. Let's read our rev scroll. Let's take a look. And so here's where our entrance to Zod is. It's in one of these, I'm going to call it a castle shape. It's very common actually. So that's where all our dragons are. We've got one of the tunnels, which is very scary. There's going to be a lot of creatures there. Any other interesting features? Just like this kind of labyrinth looking thing. Yeah, this is probably going to end up needing me to clear the whole floor, so let's poke around this backside area because I don't want to go down that tunnel. Let's pre-summon. I gotta remember I can lesser beckon. That's E, so I can just bring him in. Cool. All right. I'd like to connect to the other up, if I can. Cool. And avoid having to deal with the castle as long as I can. Okay. Now there's another up on the other side of this. Maybe I can get to it. Okay, maybe if... This is quite risky, actually, so I'm not going to engage there. I'm going to work over here. Just make sense of all that first. And then if I need to pull back here, I will. Okay, and... I wonder, can I... What's the best course of action here? Probably just like Freezing Cloud. I know it's not going to do damage, but I can kind of begin the separation. Get a few of them up with me here. At least I thought it was. Okay, let's try that again. Let's summon some stuff. I can airstrike the Chon, and then that should be fine. Ashzensari, devices and beguiling. So that's hexes and translocations and evocations and shapeshifting. Nah. So we've cleared out that side. Let's just... Yeah, okay. I was thinking maybe I could reach over here, but I can't. Honestly, I don't really have to clear that if things stay asleep. So I'm going to come from this side here and just work on the Draconians. Just poke my head into the various positions. You can see there's like a Draconian at every door kind of thing. Or like a thing at every door. Let's pull back. Let's try this door. As long as you can break line of sight for multiples, that's fine. Now there's our Golden Dragon scales. What would we be trading for? It's the, where is it? R Fire, Strength, Stealth. Now you get R Fire with Golden Dragon scales, but I would lose all my casting, so I'm not going to do that. So just FYI, I acknowledge that it exists there. I'm not going to go Dragon scales today, as cool as they are. Or Golden Dragon scales. Let's lesser... Oh, I was going to try to lesser beckon, but now I can get it. Let's summon a few things here. I know it might feel counterproductive to like drop a cloud down and then lesser beckon towards me outside of the cloud, but the cloud also acts as a kind of like a wall. They are hesitant to go through it, you see, and so it can add that kind of control even if the damage isn't necessarily optimized. Of course, if they're going to tick away, you'd rather them tick away, but it's not like, oh, I've wasted mana now because I pulled it out of it, you know? It's not as bad as that. Okay, so just the insides now. So well, I didn't mean to auto walk. So um, let's just summon some guys and I'll freeze it out. And I can probably even airstrike if I want to. Let's do another set of Sphinxes. I'm going to Jav for free, like no mana necessary. Okay, oh, just a simple Ice Dragon. Alright, and short of this whole thing waking up, we are done our depths, and I don't think I will because I don't need to do that, and honestly it's aggressive over there sometimes, wherever it is. So there's our depths, and so now we are in third rune time. Is there anything I can afford to buy here that I would want to buy? Amulet of Regen might be interesting. I do like regen for... but I do have the Cursed Macabre fingers, so it's not a quick swap. So I can buy a few things. Let's just take a look at spells like Crystal Sphere. It's not castable. It's not a thing. Infestation. It's not quite castable, so it's not relevant for now. So what can we buy? We can afford like 3 butterflies. I could afford 1 cancellation. There is a heal wounds. The other stuff is not as pressing, so let's take a look. Do we have butterflies? We have 5. We're good. Heal wounds. We've got 10. You can always have more, so I might go for that. What is our cancellation? 2. So I think I'm going to prioritize that cancellation. If we're going to go Abyss, is Discord castable? No. So Discord is just not an option for Vaults 5, and so it's not like I have to do crypts to get a few gold and buy Discord, you know, that kind of thing. Is Refridge? Refridge is honestly almost usable. So is that something you would, if I'm doing Vaults 5? And I honestly, I don't think I'm doing Vaults 5. I think I'm just going to go for Abyss. And so I think I don't need to force that. And therefore, I think I go by the cancellation potion. And then I'll see how much I have left. So I can go buy that heal potion. And that's that. Okay, so I'm going to go to Abyss now. So you can't see it there. You see it on a search. And let's go to Abyss. Okay, and I think I'm set up for what I want to be. Obviously, we've got some... I wish I had like 1 more Pip of Will, but it's fine. We have good stealth, of course, and so that's going to help us with Abyss. If we have to run away, things will forget us, which is helpful. And yeah, so we're just going to jump on down. So we're starting... Wow, we started in Abyss 5? That's aggressive. Well, our rune is right there. Okay. I don't remember ever getting Abyssed, which is crazy to me. Why did I start at 5? Is that a new thing? So the entrance... Oh, we were right at the entrance. It's right there. So I'm going to start summoning some guys to help me along. Oh, hello. And I'm going to drink some potions. So I'll do like haste. I'll do might. I'll do enlightenment. And I'll do brilliance. And we're just going to apportate it. We're going to kill what we can kill here. So at this point, I'm going to ZM. Okay, I'm going to have to use my digging to break. And then I'm going to do ZM, apportate, get it. And then I'm going to teleport scroll. I'm going to dispersal, which is H, Z, H. I'm gonna work my way out of here. I will passage of Galeria, ZG, this way. Summon some help. And I can see some exits or entrances. I'm not... Oh, there you go. And that's the world's easiest Abyss 5, I guess. So what is going on here? I'm sick. You're dopey. Are these permanent? These seem to be permanent. I'm just heal up and I'm gonna look again. These are permanent. So okay, I'm gonna mutation out of these. One more mutation. One more mutation. Where's, oh, capital M. Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. I'm just loud when I read scrolls. That's not the end of the world. Okay, so that is why I was like, oh, apportation is in this bazaar. I'm gonna buy that. Because you go to Abyss, and sometimes you can just zap it. You just take it, and then you go. And then you teleport out, and then you just wait for an exit. Now I got lucky with those exits, but it's very weird that it was Abyss 5 off the top. Is that a thing now? I don't like keep track of like day-to-day changes, and so it's very interesting. Anyway, so that's good. So Zot is our next up. We got to remember not to accidentally walk into that. I could even, if I really wanted to, I could just do this. You know, this kind of thing. Just get that out of my face. Well, we're at 28 minutes, so I certainly don't expect to do a Zot level in 2 minutes. So I guess we can double check. I mean, we've bought all our gold. I think we're wearing all the correct stuff for what we have right now. Bearing in mind we don't want to like ruin our situation with Ashzensari. Am I going to be changing much weapons at this point? Probably not. The question is, do I want to like give myself a little boost at range or something and stealth? Honestly, I don't really need to, like, this is the end game. Like, I'm just going to be clearing Zot and then leaving. So I think I should just finish off with this curse. It's fine enough. I'll put it on the Ring of Hostim. Or I'll put it on Q because, or like the ring mail, because at least I have the option to do 2 ring swappings, even though one of them is more of the swapper than the other. So I've got a bit of a boost here, and then it's funny. I'm just gonna stick with this weapon. There's no real reason to swap out. It's also of flame, so that's helpful for my frost orbs, which will be or orbs of winter, that is, and so it just kind of is what's gonna happen. But yeah, that was an incredibly easy Abyss for what it was, and so I'm happy it worked out so cleanly. It was so clean that I was surprised how like they put me in front of the door. I'm like, well, surely they're gonna make me walk around the corner. No, it was literally the door. Crazy stuff. Anyway, see you next episode for this Gnoll Hunter of Ashzensari, where we push down through Zot. We'll see how much we can get in one episode. Sometimes you just kind of zoom through Zot, you just kind of min clear it. You get convenient doors and down, 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 down. But sometimes it's not, and I hope it isn't a bad case, but you never know. So I'll see you next episode, and we'll find out.